So to continue with today's session, first we're going to be checking via the pendulum who all from my family and network have passed on into the afterlife and who is the killer of it. We have identified a Pakistani spy and his support group living at Purva Palm Beach, at least in Juara Tower. They keep doing gherao, right? So we had to check 19th floor, 18th floor, 17th floor, 16th floor. And we found out who via the pendulum. We have restrung the pendulum because we don't want any kind of manipulation. Okay, because the topic is very serious. So the pendulum may work, it may not work, I don't know. Yesterday it was working, but let's just give it a chance. To clock the time, it is now actually 10 in and around here, 10:37. In the actual clock, about 10 minutes ahead of time. So about 10:50 must be. It's Wednesday. It is again off day wise because it's the 18th of June 2025. So Venus, Mars and Mercury, not a good day, as in not a supportive day. It is disruptive energies. Venus, Mars, Mercury. Venus, Mercury is okay, but that's the day it is and that's how we will work it. What we will do is we will start with taking the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba. Okay, we will start so I don't forget in the future. RF is Rocky Fernandez. RN, not sure what it is. Dar is to do with, that's Patsy, who is Patsy Perrin Dubash. She's supposed to have passed away with her daughter Rohika Chagla Mistry. Cyrus Mistry is supposed to be alive in Qatar. He will be rescued is what I've been told. We do hope that people who have been declared dead but their position is being used for their money, their finances, whereas their wives have been actually murdered and there are 20 people shape-shifting in that one dead lady's place. I hope that gets found out. Right? It's not nice to steal and to do the fan moment with other people's wives. It's the most unethical, shitty thing anybody can do. And anybody supporting that kind of crap, thinking they're not going to get caught, let me tell you, you are booked real time. Every second of the way. You are, when you leave the body, you are a concise accounting sheet. Balance brought forward, assets, liability, debts. Nothing can be written off as bad debts. That requires God's grace. But if you are so shameless, nobody is going to write you off as a bad debt. You got to do what you got to do. It will go into your loans account. Then just like a good report, a concise 4-page report on you will be there with a good conclusion, giving a snapshot of the entire situation. On the back of it, all the graphs, all the data will be the next lot of papers on you if someone wants to dwell a little deeper on you, and that first sheet with the cash flow and all the financials. Then the appendix will have everything quickly shown. Evidence and supporting evidence will be detailed Akashic record to support the snapshot, and that will be a huge manuscript of every second of your life, so you don't get away from anything. All right. SS is steel. Steel. We don't know what steel is. It's only reminding me of one thing. Shalina told me what? Metal sheets were kept one on top of the other. She herself was behind metal, something that looked like a metal mezzanine, but then a mesh of metal, primarily like a cage. But it is not like a cage, it is something like grills, but on a mezzanine looking down in the warehouse. And she says, and what's down in the warehouse is dusty, dirty, with no light. It's a dark space. What does she turn and tell me? Look how they have kept us. So SS is metal. It can be a stick, a metal rod, it can be a metal sheet, or piled up metal sheets. So I don't know in what connection. The Dull movie is about an obsessive man who chases the tail of somebody else's wife. Quite a sociopath, psychopath. It's played by SRK. SRK has been called the darkest of the darkest, except that is it the real SRK? Because Kira and Gerua is playing SRK. That's why Meera was pulled off the grid in Dilwale movie. She's not the real Kajol. Kajol, my reading says, never got married to Ajay Devgan. He got married to somebody looking like her but is not her. Ajay Devgan's movie London Dreams 2009 talks about him stabbing his friend in the back, who is more well received by the crowds than he is, and then feeling very bad about himself, so he hits himself, belting himself the Moram style. In that case, the man who is got great adulation is nobody but Salman Khan. But it is the year 2009 that Salman Khan is supposed to have been murdered and removed, and SKF came into his place with 9 people shapeshifting for Salman Khan, who was already murdered in 2009. Since then, we've never looked behind. Like this, there are many cases. So Salman Khan in 2010, 11, 12, 13, 14, don't remember when, he went on record telling you something about a chore ghusofying into his house, but instead of giving the chore to the police, he fed the chore. That is telling you that when people have entered your home, they know that they are the chore quality. But because they presented themselves to you as your family members, you greeted them, asked them to sit, gave them something to eat like all good families do. They could have presented themselves to you as your friends, family, your father, your brother, your son, your daughter-in-law, and you would have treated them very well. But they make fun of you because that's the quality of people that they are. So anyway, I just had to say this because this is something that needs to be put out. You can take it or you can thrash it. It's your choice. Okay? Aki should look at things. Hopefully he's still okay. Akshay Kumar, along with his wife, Khanna's daughter, Rajesh Khanna's daughter, and their daughter, don't know her name, but they are okay. I don't know if he's still around or he's been removed because there's too much. He did Walla Walla song with Salman Khan. Was that the last movie they did together? I don't know. Then off late he's been coming in Harpic ads, right? Anyway, we'll move on with the read. I'm just telling Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh and the police over there, requesting them to take this reading little seriously, look into the history, understand it. They're doing exactly the same thing they did in the 90s in Bombay. They have brought it, you're the last on the plate. Either you save the situation for the nation or we're all going to drown. You've never had it more black and white than you have it now. They have already entered NTR's home at RRR time. He's supposed to be in Madhya Pradesh. I don't know how the guy went to Madhya Pradesh. The dar behavior is with his wife. If he has a wife or his girlfriend, don't know. Hopefully he's single. If he's single, then what we got to worry about? But then the women of his family. So find out if they've been complaining of toxicity, toxic behavior, strange behavior in the last, ever since RRR shooting started. It could have happened any time in that time. Also one thing, when we spoke about Kira, almost immediately on YouTube there was somebody who did a tarot read and said the person used to eat red meat before, but now he's become vegan. Again, it points out that if she is trying to talk about Kiran Merchant, then Kiran Merchant is 3rd generation, 5th generation in a pure veg Gujarati family, born, brought up in Bombay, South Bombay, when real estate used to be given away for free. Where you to literally put out boards to ask people come rent out, come stay on rent, and put out boards saying that this is available, that is available. Of course, it would have been more expensive than the rest of the nation, but it would not have been what it has become today. So they were always a vegetarian family. Only that who eats red meat turns because he's won the ego of a Gujarati man. Can eat red meat before and then go to be vegetarian afterwards. So that could be Kira they were talking about. But if it is the real Kiran Merchant, he was born in a family that is vegetarian, but he was a headache for everybody because he, other than not eating vegetarian, also refuses to have onion and garlic in his food. And that is from the time he's gotten married to my mom in those days. That's how he's little different, but he cannot stand the smell of meat. In fact, he will refuse to eat in the vessel also because it has like the smell. So if we invite him somewhere or something, but we've never had that interaction for most part of it. Anyway, since the topic was about Kiran Merchant and Kira, the Pakistani spy, who I'm told stood in for Mr. Kiran Merchant since 2000. I was saying things were looking different from 2007 onwards. That's what I was saying. But my pendulum is saying no, the change happened as early as 2000. And Kiran Merchant was beaten up by Kira the spy and his supporters for 9 years before it called him a sant. And there is not just one sant, there are sants. Many, many. Sant means saint. Saintly quality. So not one sant has been beaten up in stealth mode. Many people of good quality have been beaten up, and some of them have had a very tough time before they have actually been killed. Okay, so anyway, we will go and continue taking the blessings of Ganesh Ji. Then taking the blessings of Shirdi Sai Baba. Please guide and help the pendulum move, Shirdi Sai Baba. It's a new pendulum actually. Olu. रखूं. It's a new pendulum threading. Then taking the blessings of Shani ji, Shiv ji, Parvati Mata, Kartikeya. Then taking the blessings of Vishnu. Then his avatars, Lord Ram, Lord Krishna. Then taking the blessings of Gau Mata and all the gods in her to help us decipher whatever information we need to decipher, because it's a very serious topic. We have started the process like this of writing who's in the body and who has been unceremoniously removed without our knowledge. We've divided it this way. There are people who have already passed on. Here we have only checked in 3 families of my own and 2. Okay, so to continue, we're going to continue the session as is. We'll start with the pendulum. If the pendulum moves good, it doesn't move, then I don't know. Okay, but I'm trying. Can you see the hand? Enough for the pendulum? Okay. I need support, so I keep it on my lap. Sweetie Pie, are you here? Alright. You know what? I don't want to waste any time because my hand actually requires more support than what I have. So I will try. I want to continue with the family members, but before I start with the family and family friends, you say that Mr. S.M. Krishna is underground somewhere. He's with Siddharth or similar to Siddharth. Both are alive. To take out things from them, they show how they trouble people in their family, the women in their family who are alive. Do they do that to coerce them in some way? Are Siddharth and S.M. Krishna good quality Atmas? Probably harassed underground somewhere, wherever they are kept, for information to be taken out from them. So they should know not to get influenced. Follow the Bhagavad Gita. Detachment is the name of the game. जो कुछ भी होना है वो होके ही रहेगा, लेकिन जो धर्म है उसको फॉलो ही करना है. बैड पीपल के साथ नॉट इवन अंडर ड्यूरेस देना है. डोंट बॉदर. देयर इज़ अ ह्यूज कम्युनिटी ऑफ गुड सोल्स हु हैव गैदर्ड इन द आफ्टर लाइफ. So that is only what we're trying to find out. Okay, what I just do want to tell you is, before I move on, first when it comes to Mr. S.M. Krishna, Chief Minister at Karnataka for 2 terms, there is a man called Cubs who has worn the skin of Mr. Kabir Gupta at some point in time. I asked you, when he leaves the body, does he go to the higher realms? He goes to Atala, Vitala, Sutala, Rasatala. He's connected with Rocky Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez, Kira, the Pakistani spy, in some way. So they have shape-shifted for Kiran Merchant and Kabir Gupta in the past. They belong to the same network of shapeshifters. All this started in the year 2000, both in the case of Kabir Gupta's replication and Kiran Merchant's replication. Has this started from that year? Or in and around that time? You say Kiran Merchant was done away with. He was taken underground in the year 2000. That's what he was saying. He was murdered in 2009. He was hit by Kira, the Pakistani spy, pretending to be Kiran Merchant, whereas the real Kiran Merchant was being beaten up in some facility somewhere. Is that true? Cubs was shape-shifting for Kabir Gupta. Cubs is the one who has worn the skin of SM Krishna, and they call him SM, they never call him Krishna. Has that happened? A shapeshifter who shapeshifted for the real Mr. Kabir Gupta, whose late Mr. Kabir Gupta has shapeshifted for Mr. SM Krishna, and they keep calling him SM. They never call him SM Krishna. Is that true? They've been doing that at my home last 4 days. Can I say safely that Cubs and Kira are hand in glove with Sanjeev Lekhraj, who does IR work with the remote? Amrita Sanjeev Lekhraj gives with him on the activity. She knows who he is. They shapeshift a lot. They have shapeshifted. This bunch has shapeshifted into Cyrus Mistri's shoes, his older brother's shoes or younger brother's shoes. They are responsible for the murder of Patsy. They are responsible for the rape and murder of Rohika Chagla Mistry. This is the same bunch. I asked you about Cubs. Now they have gone to Tamil Nadu and to Andhra Pradesh to do the same thing over there. NTR's house is the most recent RRR time movie making. He has worked in test over R. Madhavan's face. ये जो राणा नायडू है, is that also now connected with Dawood Ibrahim's cricket? So Dawood Ibrahim has gone away into Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh for disruption, the way he's done it at Bombay and Delhi. But this time he shapeshifts into wives' bedrooms. An all-time low of grabbing. Is it true NTR has been kept in Madhya Pradesh somewhere? And he has been missing without them realizing he is actually missing since the RRR shooting. Is that true? Does his family need to know this? His family has to check for toxic behavior, different behavior in their setup since the RRR shooting. If the wife, the mother, the sister, the friends, if they found something strange, either he distances himself, he's not the same. You assume it is maybe success, busy with new work, but something is different. It is only you who can check and verify, nobody else. Okay, coming down to Cubs, I want to know when he exits out of the body, is he going to Patal Nark like Rocky Fernandez, Kira, Tony Fernandez, Rosie Fernandez, their one sister Agnello Fernandez also? So can I ask you about Cubs? How many kalpas? Because I told you, do you need to look into the Akashic record? You said yeah. So did you have a look at the Akashic record? Can you answer it now? So is it more than 10 kalpas? Is it more than 20 kalpas? Is it more than 15 kalpas? Is it 16 kalpas of Patal and Nark for cups? Is it 17 kalpas for Patal and Nark for cups? Is it 18 kalpas of Patal Nark for cups? Is it 19 kalpas for Patal Nark for cups? Is it 20 kalpas for Patal Nark for cups? Is cups the same Atma as Kabir Gupta that we are discussing? Are they the same soul? Has Cubs, however, worn the skin of Kabir Gupta, ego, ET of Kabir Gupta, and shapeshifted for Kabir Gupta as Kabir Gupta in the past? He has also worn the skin of Mr. S.M. Krishna. But Mr. S.M. Krishna was underground somewhere during that time. Just like Mr. Kiran Merchant from 2000 and then finally murdered in 2009. Okay, I'd like the pendulum just to wait 1 second so I can make notes of it. Just give me a second. I'm not the mate of Kira. You don't say Kira, I'm mate. You don't talk that shit. I don't have time for crap. You got wizened when my passport. Even the lady at the passport office says what? Iska to biometrics match ho raha hai. Like she expected it won't get matched. After I got my passport, this girl, she lost her husband to an accident. He was still around, but he was sick. After that, you have sent 5, 6, I don't know how many shapeshifters on that one girl's identity to work in my home. The 1 month before she has left the job, 3 boys went rerouted my router, walking on the floor like my dead Akil cousin, Akil Gupta, and the other one standing as Kiran Merchant wearing their ETs. Who gave you permission to come and reroute my router and leave this box of a router rerouting open? Who gave you that permission to do so? Who gave you that permission to do so? So, if in the passport office when I had gone to get my passport, who passed on the information, just like in Bombay, when I've gone to Azad Maidan police station, over there the dance drama that happened on the back using radio frequency, I haven't said anything about it, but if we have to get into it, I think it is highly questionable behavior. Same for what you did at the passport office. What do you think I am? What do you think you are? How great do you think you are when you do such shitty activities? So why don't we get everything together? You bring in appropriate officers. Let's discuss it like adults. I don't mind. I got a bloody fucking list to talk about. Is that democracy? Or the crap of the Middle East? What is it? Your animal movie, frankly telling you, releasing that movie, degrading it, the women in it, the way you did it in Salman Khan's BB show every year. You call the Sant, you insulted him. Other season, you call the Women's Commission, you insulted her. Which bloody Indian agenda, Hindu agenda is it? You give me answers for it. You hold the Bhagavad Gita in hand. It is in your bloody term only that 2 sadhus get lynched. This reading talks about sons getting hit. Whether they were living as sons or not, the Atma is that is saintly. Whenever you have done whatever you've done it stealth mode. Like true, lacking competency for the job grab by you, but your real Atma Roop is that of a coward. Nothing better than that. You come now forward to talk and make sure that it is broadcasted openly like this. Nothing stealth mode. Let's have a logical argument face to face, broadcast it globally so that the argument is properly understood. Let's make a list of things. The population needs to understand one thing. The key people you have gotten rid of, you have been raping the women, whether they realize it or not. You have been grabbing people, taking them in a stealth mode underground, and the worst atrocities on them. Is that an Indian thing? I don't think so. Is it Pakistani? It is possible. Is it a Middle Eastern labor agenda? Most likely. But what's it doing in India? Now, if you do this in key positions, why are you going to leave the mass population? Who are you kidding? Okay, if I can ask you going forward, I want you to, if you're willing, and it's not that I want you to and I want you to, not like that. If you're willing and if you don't mind, what I just want to ask you is, there is a girl who is student for Shamlu Sharma, brother of her brother is Samir Sharma. Samir Sharma exited out of the body as suicide hanging from the ceiling. So I just want to know, Shamlu Sharma, the original girl, that means womb related and by birth to Samir Sharma. So there is a Shamlu Sharma. So Shamlu Sharma has stand-ins for her, people shape-shifting for her, connected with cups. So if you can check the Akashic records, would you be able, not now, are you okay to check the Akashic records? The girl who stands in for Shamlu Sharma is a good girl. Who has been with cups. She has hung around with cups ever. Shamlu Sharma's duplicate. Or Shamlu Sharma's shapeshifter. So I wanted to know about her Akashic records. Are you willing to go into it? Not right now, but let's say by tomorrow, day after, would you be willing to, and not the original Shamlu Sharma. I'm talking about the shapeshifters for the real Shamlu Sharma who have supported cups. So can I ask you about this tomorrow? Samir Sharma, when he has exited out of the body, has he gone to the higher realms? The one who has committed suicide? Shamlu Sharma, the real Shamlu Sharma, Samir Sharma's sister, connected with the Toshnivals. When she exited out of her body, did she go to the higher realms? So the brother sister have been they parted ways. Will her brother Samir Sharma be joining you all sometime in the future when his time in the lower realms gets over, going forward? Okay, that's unfortunate, but I will put it down as information because this was not expected. Okay, I'll just take a little. I'll just make a note. Okay, I want to continue with the list of people connected with the Advani family, the Sadrangani family, our family friends, primarily to understand who all Kira got rid of in the stealth mode. Are you willing to do that? Yesterday it got a little overwhelming by the third member of the Advani family, so I just put it off. So I'm now prepped for going ahead with the information. I'm assuming you are too, right? So Kira is the man who's a Pakistani spy. You say that he stood in for Mr. Kiran Merchant since 2000. Mr. Kiran Merchant was beaten up in isolation or then in a group of people held underground somewhere since 2000. He was murdered in 2009. We will not get into his partner, Mrs. Anita Merchant or ex-Mrs. Anita Advani's role. I understand she's alive today somewhere but beyond recognition. Right? She's a good soul. She's a brave soul. My mom's not a brave soul. She's a very brave soul. But she's a good soul. Anyway, she'll go away to the higher realms when she exits out of the body. She'll be joining Kiran uncle, Kani Advani, you, Koshi auntie, all of everybody who's in the higher realms as of now. She'll be joining y'all all over there. Parpati Sadrangani is with you. Ramchand Sadrangani is with you. Ritika is with you. So she'll be joining all of you. But are you sure she's not a brave soul, you say? I thought she was a very brave soul. Okay, that's pretty sad. I would have hoped she was a brave soul because in my mind I always thought she's a very brave soul. Anyway. Am I a brave soul, Bobo? Even I am not a brave soul. I absolutely agree with you. So even I am not a brave soul. I agree with you. To be a brave soul, I don't know what you need to have, but I तो definitely am God-fearing for most part of it. Am I God-fearing? Mama also is God-fearing for most part of it. Okay, we will now continue with topics that are kind of sad, but we will have to direct our mind now to it. So we have finished in the case of Tarachand Advani yesterday, Papa's oldest brother. You say in the 90s when he came to India, somebody who was not Kira got rid of Tarachand Advani. During the 90s, his one visit to India. Then we went with Mr. I-Occultist. You named all the miscreants connected with Kira, the Pakistani spy, then somebody who wore the face of Chandru uncle, Papa's best friend, then somebody who wore the face of Shalina, somebody who wore the face. You said Anita was not there. Anita was there. Rajkumar was there, the cleaner of our home. Rajkumar's older brother, the cleaner of our home, was there. You said he was strangulated, right? Mr. I-Occultist was strangulated. And they harassed him quite a bit for 1.5 years before he passed away. Is that true? You were given view of whatever was happening at Fort Jaswal where Mr. I-Occultist was. You were given view of 1401 Suman Towers where I was at, and I said I had 3 near-death experiences. It was your white ghost that came to me at Suman Towers because you knew where I was at. That was February 2018. So the girl who says, I don't believe in God, who has seen tomorrow, the night of which she has gone to the cremation ground to cremate Mr. I-Occultist, she tried playing truant over there also in the last rites. She says, I don't believe in God, I am God. Was that you? You used to do Sai Satcharitra from the time I was about 15, so you'd have been 13 years old. Were you doing Sai Satcharitra from a pretty young time? When Mama gave it to me, did you also do Sai Satcharitra to pass your exams and all? And then for baby Sharanya's birth also? In short, I'm saying, did you grow up on Shirdi Sai Baba's stories? Or then some form of puja part connected with Balvikas in some way? Did you grow up on that? Are you of the opinion that who has seen tomorrow, I don't believe in God, I am God? Do you believe in that kind of viewpoint, Varsha? Does your upbringing allow you to do that? Mine definitely doesn't. Yet the version of Varsha who came to Jaswal, for Jaswal, and she has just come back from the crematory ground and she can't believe that I'm really sick. I'm about to pass out, and I can't even go to the crematory ground because I think I'm going to pass away. But she refuses to believe about my medical condition. And she says, you're making stories. So I just leave it because I don't have the ability to argue. Yet, I am telling her how I'm used to telling my family members if I have an experience connected with Shirdi Sai Baba, Satya Sai Baba. So I'm telling her what happened at Suman Towers the 1.5 years. It is at that point in time that she says, you need to find a lawyer of your own. I will not share my lawyer. And something, she has also grabbed property papers and papers forcefully with some boy called Sandeep she has brought into the house. Very cheap behavior, which nobody in our family actually ever does. Yet she has done this 1 month before, around after I have moved at Jaswal, after I-Occultist has passed away. She's just trying to throw weight around, and supporting her seems to be people working at our home. So it is your replica who has said, I don't believe in God, who believes in God, who has seen tomorrow, I am God. That was your replica. She has signed and taken your part of your share of the assets. She has tried doing financial heist other places also. Can they very, very, very strongly arrest Shalina Hundalani? Because whichever version it is will be a duplicate, no matter where in the world. Do they have the permission, Varsha, from you? You are already in the afterlife, the original file name cat. I am your sister. DNA, if not DNA, at least we went to the same school. The girl who is being Shalina Hundalani today is your sister? Is she related to you in any way? Has she stolen your assets, in fact, and created lots of problem in your original network of people? At least gives with that bunch of people who steal and create problems in places they don't even belong to. The case of RK also is the same. The case of Nikhil Advani also is the same. The case of Vinod Mirchandani also is the same. The case of Vinod Mirchandani is not the same. Why? Vinod Mirchandani has earned a lot of assets of his own and is in a safe place. Is that what you're saying? And so whoever stole from him stole pittance? Is that what you're saying? The case of Nikhil Advani also, he is safe? The case of Nikhil Advani, he is not safe. The case of Vinod Mirchandani, is he safe? Okay, so the case of Vinod Mirchandani is safe, the case of Nikhil Advani is not safe. Okay, I need to keep this pendulum down for 1 second. Okay, so we go ahead now and ask about Ramesh Advani. Mr. Ramesh Advani is still in his human form today. His wife Suchitra Advani is in her human form. Mr. Ramesh Advani died a natural death. Did he leave his body naturally? His wife Suchitra Advani died a natural death. Was Mr. Ramesh Advani's death considered murder? Was Suchitra Advani's death considered murder? Was Ramesh Advani murdered by Kira by any chance? Was Suchitra Advani murdered by Kira by any chance? Was Ramesh Advani murdered by Cubs by any chance? Was Suchitra Advani murdered by Cubs by any chance? Was Ramesh Advani murdered by the Kamwali Bai who used to work in our home? Her and her network? The Butti Kamwali Bai, who stays in the next building on the ground floor from Kotak Bank on Marine Lines. Their father is shape-shifting for PM Modi. He is aware that his children are with the ISI. So it is that bunch that got rid of or murdered Mr. Ramesh Advani. Did the same bunch murder Suchitra Advani? Can you tell me who is the murderer? No, can you tell me, you said it is the grandchildren of the old Kamwali Bai, or connected with that community of the part-time Chutta Kamwali Bai, the old woman, her grandchildren who were involved, who have shaken hands with the Pakistani spy network? Can you tell me which year they did this? Was it before 2010 that they murdered Ramesh and Chitru? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha earlier than 2005? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2006? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2007? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2008? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2009? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2010? So did they murder Ramesh Chacha in 2009? Do I take it as 2009? Did they murder Ramesh Chacha 2010? Is it the time he was supposed to come home at the morning? He turned up 7 hours later instead, or much later, and then he was sneering after that. Whenever I met him, he used to sneer about being an Advani. That's also the time Kani Advani took my stuff and threw it in the last room and was very badly behaved. That was 2010. Was that to show Ramesh Advani, who had been abducted? Yet once again, the way these fucks do it, to try to intimidate him, the way they're doing it with Siddharth and SM Krishna, wherever he's holed up right now. They view my home to him. I want Mr. SM Krishna to understand, we understand quality. So you're good quality, Siddharth is good quality, Cubs is bad quality. He and the kind of people they associate with will do these intimidating tactics. What I can't understand is how come our police is not able to sort it? And how come our Indian army can't sort it? That's what actually is actually what we are questioning. And how come Raw has not understood the game? That's what I am questioning. Those who are gone from here have gone. They regroup. How we are communities here, we regroup with those communities. Grabbing face, grabbing identity is not it. You will be again a bigger perpetrator than you were before. You were even more. हम perpetrator, हमको यहाँ पे ओगराई करके कोई फायदा नहीं है. You sure you're an Indian? क्योंकि Indians are pretty brainy. They're not so stupid. लेकिन मिडिल ईस्ट का पता नहीं है और पाकिस्तानी का एजुकेशन लेवल्स एवरीथिंग इज क्रम्पलिंग. दिमाग भी क्रम्पलिंग. तो आई डोंट अंडरस्टैंड योर स्टाइल. Frankly telling you, there's no Indian in you. Okay, what I do want to ask you is, Ramesh Advani and Chitru Advani have one son called Nikhil Advani. He's my cousin. Does Ramesh Advani and Chitru Advani have one son? His name is Nikhil Advani. Is Nikhil Advani, Ramesh Advani and Chitru Advani's womb-related son, is he in his human form today? You say he is not safe? Is Nikhil Advani safe in a safe environment? Is his life safe? The womb related son of Chitru Advani is safe? Do I understand him as Nick Nixie Nickel? Is he what we call Nick Nixie Nickel? Nick Nixie Nickel are shapeshifters for the real Nikhil Advani. At some point in time, did they shapeshift in Nikhil Advani's identity? Do we understand Nikhil Advani, the womb-related son of Chitru Advani and father being Ramesh Advani? Do we understand him as Nicky, Hukumat Rai Advani's son? So is he in a safe place? Is he relatively safer? He's still in his human form? Did he commission the Kamwali Bai and their children to kill his parents? Is he responsible for the murder of his parents? But is he aware of what happened with his parents? He till now has no clue what happened with his parents. Will he get to know what happened to his parents now eventually? Will he come to know what happened with his parents and who's responsible for it? You will find a way of ensuring he figures out what exactly went haywire. He has a wife called Mala. Did he get married to Mala Bhavnani? Is his wife Mala Bhavnani still in her human form? Their kids are okay? Mala Bhavnani's father is okay? Is he still in his human form? Mala Bhavnani's mother is still in her human form? Mala Bhavnani's father and Mala Bhavnani's mother, did they pass away naturally? Mala Bhavnani's father passed away naturally. Mala Bhavnani's mother passed away naturally. Is it the same Kamwali Bai network that murdered Mr. Bhavnani and Mrs. Bhavnani, Kamal Bhavnani? Rear door entry. The Kamwali Bai was shapeshifting for Chitru, or that network was shapeshifting for Chitru ever since 2009-10 onwards. Is Muthuswamy, the driver, also involved in all of this? Rosie Fernandez is involved in all of this? If not Rosie Fernandez directly, Rocky Fernandez, Agnello Fernandez, their sister, they're involved. The driver Muthuswamy is involved with his network from Dharavi. The driver was working for Kani and Company and H.G. Advani and Company. Rosie was working as a secretary at Kani and Company, H.G. Advani and Company. HG being Hukumat Rai Gurmukh Das Company, Kani and Company being Kanayalal Hukumat Rai Advani. So they are the miscreants, and their network did all of this. They've been grabbing assets everywhere. Rajan Taylor helps them. Taylor as in Tailor. Hemang Shah is part of the same network. Is Hemang Shah part of the same network? Does Hemang Shah have a duplicate? Does he have a replica? Does he have someone who shapeshifts for Hemang Shah? Is that person who shapeshifts for Hemang Shah part of this network? Hemang Shah, the original friend of Sanyuta Saxena, is a good boy, a decent boy who I have met maybe 99, 2000. But he has a replica for him. Okay, I need to take notes. Just give me a minute. Okay, now the last in the Advani family that we have to ask about is Koshi Gupta. Are you willing to discuss Koshi Gupta? Her real name is Kaushalya Advani by birth. She is womb-related daughter, last daughter or second last child of Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani. The womb-related child of Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani. Her father is Mr. Hukumat Rai Advani. His wife was Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani. Mr. Hukumat Rai Advani died of ulcers. Did he have a problem of ulcers when he was, before he passed away for a few years? It could be 5 years, it could be 3 years, it could be 6 years, something of that sort. Was Carmeline cooking at that time at number 4 Jasville? Was she and John the cook, were they involved in cooking? Mr. Hukumat Rai Advani passed away in the 60s. Did they make a clone for him by any chance? Okay, thank God for that. Okay, thank God for that. Now what I want to ask is the last child, that is Kaushalya Advani. Kaushalya Advani is still in her human form. The womb-related child of Kalavati Hukumat Rai Advani, is she in her human form? Did she go to JB Pettit school with her older sister Kailash Advani? Okay, now is Koshi Gupta in her human form today? She is wife of Mr. Subhash Gupta. So is she in her human form? Her oldest son Kabir Gupta, is he in his human form? Her second son Akhil Gupta, is he in his human form? Womb-related son of Koshi Gupta, Kaushalya Advani, is in his human form. Born from the womb of Kaushalya Advani is Akhil Gupta in his human form. Womb-related firstborn called Kabir Gupta, is he in his human form? Kabir Gupta has stand-ins for him, shapeshifters for him. Cubs is one of them. The last born child of Kaushalya Gupta, called Nitish Gupta, is he in his human form? Mr. Subhash Gupta, the legal wedded husband of Kaushalya Advani, is in his human form. Subhash Gupta's life is in danger or was in danger. He was attacked even before. This is what you told me. SL was responsible for it. So Nitesh Gupta and Subhash Gupta are still alive in the body. Now if I can ask you, was Kaushalya Advani's death a natural one? Was Kabir Gupta's death a natural one? Did Kabir Gupta die a natural death? I want to know. The womb-related son of Kaushalya Advani, the firstborn, called Kabir Gupta, did he die a natural death? The womb-related son, called Akhil Gupta, did he die a natural death? Akhil Gupta got married to Sara Kaur. Did Akhil Gupta, the womb-related son of Koshi Gupta, got married to Sara Kaur? Sara Kaur got married to a replica of Akhil Gupta as early as that time? What about Shamlu Sharma ever got married to Kabir Gupta? The womb-related son of Kaushalya Advani got married to Shamlu Sharma? The womb-related son of Koshi Gupta didn't get married to Shamlu Sharma? Shamlu Sharma got married to a replica of Kabir Gupta? No, 1 minute. Shamlu Sharma got married to the womb-related firstborn called Kabir Gupta of Koshi Gupta and Subhash Gupta. Did Shamlu Sharma get married to the original womb-related oldest son called Kabir Gupta? So Kabir Gupta got married to Shamlu Sharma. Kabir Gupta was the womb-related son of Koshi Gupta. He got married to Shamlu Sharma. Akhil Gupta, the womb-related son of Kaushalya Advani and Subhash Gupta, got married to Sara Kaur. Sara Kaur got married to a replica of Akhil Gupta. Okay, just 1 second, let me just take notes of it. Now just to check about Shamlu Sharma and Sara Kaur. Sara Kaur is still in her human form today. The girl married to whichever version of Akhil Gupta, is that girl still in her human form today? Shamlu Sharma is still in her human form today, married to Kabir Gupta, you say? Sarah Kaur's death was a natural one. Shamlu Sharma's death was a natural one. Can we go ahead and ask how and when they died? First, starting with Koshi Gupta. Can you tell me which year can I call her being murdered? Can you tell me which year? Was it between 2000 and 2010? Was it between 2010 and 2020? Was it between 2020 and 2025? Was it between 1990 and 2000? Was Kaushalya Advani murdered between 1990 and 2000? Was it before 1995? Was it the year 1995? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1995? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1994? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1993, darling? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1993? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1992? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1991? Was Kaushalya Gupta murdered in 1993? Was Kaushalya Gupta's oldest son or middle son? Let's go with Akhil Gupta. Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 1995 and 2000? Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 1995 and 2000? Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 1990 and 1995? Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 1985 and 1990? Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 2000 and 2005? Was Akhil Gupta murdered between 1995 and 2000? Akhil Gupta was murdered between 1995 and 2000. Can I ask you which year? Was it the year 1995? The same year that Sanjeev Rajan Lekhraj had been murdered? Akhil Gupta was murdered in 1995 itself? Akhil Gupta was murdered in 1996. Akhil Gupta was murdered in 1997. Akhil Gupta was murdered in 1998. Akhil Gupta was murdered in 1999. Akhil Gupta was murdered in the year 2000. Akhil Gupta was murdered in the year 1995. What about Kabir Gupta? Kabir Gupta was murdered when? After 2000? Between 2000 and 2005? Did Kabir lose his life between 2000 and 2005? Did Kabir Gupta lose his life? Murdered, you say? Kabir Gupta died a natural death? Kabir Gupta died a death which was a murder. You term it as murder. Between 2005 and 2010 is when Kabir lost his life. Whom related son of Koshi Gupta was murdered? Whom related son, oldest son of Koshi Gupta, called Kabir Gupta, lost his life what? In 2005? Whom related son of Koshi Gupta lost his life in 2005 itself? He was murdered in the year 2005. Did he lose his life in 2006? Did he lose his life in 2007? Was he murdered in 2005? The womb-related son of JAYA.ADVANI, Subhash Gupta, lost his life murdered in 2005 itself. Shamlu was involved in his murder. Was Shamlu Sharma, his legally wedded wife, was she involved in his murder? Did he lose his life soon after he got married? Are you calling his marriage to Shamlu Sharma as losing his life? Are you terming a marriage to Shamlu Sharma as Kabir Gupta, the womb-related son of JAYA.ADVANI, losing his life? Are you putting the marriage as losing a position and saying losing life? You're saying he was very real-time murdered, as in he had to leave the body in 2005? Let me just put the dates down. I need to ask you a question about Sarah. Sarah Kaur got married to whom? A replica of somebody standing in for Akhil Gupta? Were one of them the Fernandeses itself? Were anyone from the Fernandes family stood in for Akhil Gupta? Was it from that kind of a network that stood in for Akhil Gupta? Was it the same kind of network connected with the Fernandes and Fernandes' network that stood in for Akhil Gupta? If I can ask you, Sarah lost her life in which year? Is Sarah still in the body? I never checked, first and foremost. Sarah Kaur, who's got an older brother, they stay in RMV Dollars Colony somewhere, and Delhi too. But the point is that girl in her human form today? She's got an older sister and an older brother. Is that girl in her human form today? She lost her life what? Between 2000 and 2005? Was she alive during 2000 and 2005? Did she lose her life between 2005 and 2010? Sarah Kaur lost her life between 2005 and 2010? Did she lose her life in 2005 itself? She lost her life in 2005. Did she lose her life with Akhil Gupta? Was she with Akhil Gupta when she lost her life? She lost her life before Akhil Gupta? Or whoever was standing in for Akhil Gupta? She lost her life. Okay, 1 minute. I'm getting a little confused. Sarah Kaur passed away in 2005, you say? The girl with an older sister and an older brother in Delhi somewhere and in America somewhere, she lost her life in 2005 itself? Did they affect her brother also in some way after that? Did they go for their assets too? They let it be at Sarah Kaur itself or Sarah Gupta? So you say Sarah Kaur lost her life in 2005. Was she alive in 2006? Was Sarah Kaur in her human form in 2006? Was Sarah Kaur in her human form during some part of 2005? Was Sarah Kaur forced to leave her body during some part of 2005? What about Shamlu Sharma? Shamlu Sharma was in her human form from 2000 to 2005? Shamlu Sharma lost her life in 2005. Did she have to leave her human form in 2005? You're saying Kabir Gupta and Shamlu Sharma both left their human form in 2005 itself? Was Shamlu Sharma in her human form in 2006? Okay, just give me a minute, okay? Sarah, they said, exited out of her human form which year? I still need to get clarity on Shamlu Sharma. Are you willing to give the clarity on Shamlu Sharma? You're saying Shamlu Sharma got married to the real Kabir Gupta? That is the womb-related son of Koshi Gupta and Subhash Gupta? The firstborn? Shamlu Sharma left her human body in which year? Did she leave her body earlier to 2005? Did she leave her body in 2005 itself? No, did she did she just change into somebody else's form? That's what you're saying? That she started shape-shifting for some other actress? So did Shamlu Sharma lose and leave her body to go into the afterlife? Did she leave it in the year 2005? Did Shamlu Sharma leave her body in the year 2006? The girl who met me at Amerson's Park complaining about Kabir screaming at her. When Sharanya was a couple of years old, that was Shamlu Sharma? That was somebody who was shape-shifting for Shamlu Sharma who met me at Amerson's Park about Kabir being rude with her, and I thought, well, Kabir's never been that way. So maybe it is just a couple problem and just leave it. So you're saying that was a shapeshifter for Shamlu Sharma complaining about Kabir at Amerson's Park? You're telling me Shamlu Sharma herself left her form in 2006? Did Shamlu Sharma leave her body in 2006? Shamlu Sharma was also murdered? Kabir Gupta also was murdered? Akhil Gupta was also murdered? Jaya.ADVANI was also murdered? Or Kaushalya Gupta, Koshi Gupta was also murdered? Let me just put the date. Okay, so I'm going to close this session over here because it is lunch time. Some idiot just said something, Jaya are dead, and played some ting 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 sound under my body. You're a fuck face. Keep it low. You don't understand most things. Don't air your ignorance at my home. This guru called Shirdi Sai Baba connected to the energy of the Supreme Being. If you think you are above it, under him the little realm of judges work. If you think you are more greater than that, then let's wait when you come into the afterlife. I hope you can look me and this God and the lit realm of the judges in the eyes. And then there are many people who got, 44 kalpas now is the highest count. Awarded to Mr. Tony Fernandez or Antonio Fernandez, don't know which version. Rosie Fernandez's son. The other one, Rocky Fernandez, has got 40 kalpas. Nark Patal. SL has got something like, don't know, 11, 12 kalpas, forgotten the count. Like that, there are plenty. Once you're done away with, you won't come back. The whole idea of tolerating you and letting you do what you naturally do is with the viewpoint of working under the Guru, following the Guru's teachings, following the spirit laws, letting you do your own thing, knowing you will get caught once and for all. So assisting the process, doing our own examinations, it's a win-win for everybody. Now what you do on a journey here on earth, if you had to do that in the 15 realms, what a mess it would be for such a long kalpa. No, you're on a little journey over here, not more than 100, 150 years. So we tolerate some nonsense from some nonsensical cheap people. They go to their slums, worse than the slums, where the slums also are a king's paradise compared to their home. Then 44 kalpas, 40 kalpas, 26 kalpas to live over there. तो तेरे घर जाओ ना, यहाँ पे थोड़ा ट्रैवल है, तो एक ट्रैवल के लिए थोड़े गंदे लोग मिले हैं तो क्या है, एज लॉन्ग एज दे गेट नेटेड एंड सेंट, ये गंदे लोग अपर रेल्म्स नहीं आवे, एज लॉन्ग एज दैट डजंट हैपन कि पूरा जो है 14-15 लोका जो होता है उसका वाट नहीं लगा आवे, कीचड़ यहाँ वहाँ फेंक फेंक के सोच रहे हैं, पिग्स आर थिंकिंग दैट दे आर प्लेइंग होली. नो, एज लॉन्ग एज दैट डजंट हैपन, गुड इनफ. यहाँ थोड़ा झेलूँ क्या है. आफ्टर ऑल दिस बॉडी इज टेम्पररी. नंगा हमको घूमना है, असलियत आत्मा बन के, असली आत्मा बन के. तू भी वहीं पे नंगा घूमेगा. जब नंगा घूम रहे हैं उस टाइम पे आत्मिक रूप से हमारा फिटमेंट कहाँ हो रहा है. सूरज के अंदर नंगा बन के घूम रहे हैं कि लिटरेंस के अंदर. फ्रेग्रेंस वहाँ पे है कि सूअर का पानी का बदबू. कैसे लोग हमारे साथ जुड़े हैं उस घर के अंदर, कौन से कम्युनिटीज, ऑल दैट मैटर्स. दैट्स द लॉन्ग टर्म that we are concerned about. Now you understood? So we'll be closing this session at lunchtime. It's 1 in the afternoon, 18th of June 2025. It's Wednesday. I think Rahu Kal will start anytime soon. Just to before going, so far, who are the names of the people who have unceremoniously passed on without people knowing about them dying? I will again repeat the list. You should know. This is what the pendulum has been saying. It is my duty to put it out. This lot are people who are friends from school and college. This lot is from the Advani family who have been sent off unceremoniously. So I will go with the lot that is connected with my family, the Advani family. I will go with that first. You don't dare talk about debt from my end. Giving you a bloody job, you getting your fucking salary. I don't owe you jack shit. But when you murder, plunder, steal and call it national development, oh God. तुम आओ ब्रह्मांड के अंदर देखते हैं कौन सा डेवलपमेंट, कहाँ का डेवलपमेंट. तो असलियत में है कौन, बैलेंस ब्रॉट फॉरवर्ड एंड विच साइड द स्केल्स आर टिपिंग, एसेट साइड की लायबिलिटी साइड. लोन्स बढ़ाया चढ़ाया कितना और है वो देखते हैं. All right, so we've divided it into the Advani family, my father's side, Sadrangani family, my mother's side, whoever's got married to the in-laws, and family friends. So far, we have only been able to address the Advani side of the family. Kira is a person who has come in for Kiran uncle in 2000. Either he has killed people or then somebody else has killed them. So anyway, when it comes to those who were at the receiving end of Kira, the Pakistani spy, who wore the skin of Kiran Merchant after in and around 2000 onwards, the people who died is my own father, Mr. Kani Advani, my sister Varsha Advani, my cousin Umesh Hingorani, his wife Shambhav E. Hingorani, she is S.M. Krishna's daughter. His mother married Vithal Malya, Dev, their son, Kailash Advani Hingorani Malya, his mother, and my father's sister. Koshi Gupta, who we today discussed, she passed away in 1993. They call it murder. I have not checked her. Kabir Gupta, her oldest son, in 2005. Akhil Gupta, her second son, 1995. All this was murder. Whether these three people were murdered, I don't know. This lot, were they murdered because of Kira? I'm not sure. But 1, 2, 3, 4, for sure, are because of Kira the murderer and his network, a Pakistani spy. Not Kira but murderers associated with the ISI Pakistani spy who has worn the skin of Mr. Kiran Merchant. Mr. Tarachand Advani, I was told in the 1990s itself when he had visited India. So was that 91, 92, 93? That is my father's oldest brother. Then the younger brother, Mr. Ramesh Advani, in 2010. His wife Chitru Advani, I don't know which year, whether I checked it or never checked it, I can't remember. But they were murdered by the Kamwali Bai who worked at Chitru's father's home in Sindhu building, Mr. Parsaram Mirchandani and Nirmala Mirchandani, when she used to be about 16, 18 years old. So their grandchildren are the ones who are involved in the murder of Chitru and Ramesh. Their son is okay and he's still alive. He doesn't know about his parents. So now I'm putting it out. And also who's responsible for it. That Kamwali Bai who worked at Parsaram's home, your grandfather, from your mother's side, who was paralyzed in your rented home in Bangalore. And your grandmother. Their grandchildren, but the son of that woman or that relative of that woman connected with railroad is shape-shifting for PM Narendra Damodar Das Modi. That's when he talks about his mother cleaning vessels in other people's homes. In all probability, that person is nobody but the old lady who was working in my home, but before that working in Sindhu building. Sitting and whistling doesn't make a difference. तुमको whistle करना है, इधर आके whistle करो. पुलिस का यूनिफॉर्म पहन के करेगा कि कौन से यूनिफॉर्म पहनेगा? मिलिट्री का? How you can justify such things? We are employers. You made a criminal of us. But actual murder is done on the back of those who do the stealth mode murder. How you can justify it? Anyway, all the best to you. Good luck to you. तुम ब्रह्मांड में निकलो, तुमको पता चलेगा क्या क्या है. I got no qualms. You want to hang me, you want to shoot me, I'm fine with it. You want to pull the IR? रिमोट कंट्रोल से हमको हार्ट अटैक देना है, दो, हमको कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. हमारा जन्म हमको हमारा भगवान से मिला है, तुम्हारे कारण नहीं मिला है. जो हमको हमारे भगवान से मिला है उस पर तुमने थूका है. इनडायरेक्टली तुमने भगवान पे थूका, उसके डिसीजन पे थूका. तो कौन सा भगवान आगे जाके तुमको सपोर्ट करेगा वो हमको देखना है. As long as crap like you doesn't spread the crap and the sewer stench of you connected to Nark and Patal where you come from, and that doesn't go to the other lokas above the earthly realm, as long as that doesn't happen, this temporary time of transition, it's like a tour, जहाँ पे कोई पता नहीं ऐसे गंदे लोग के बीच में जाके हमको ट्रैवल करना पड़ा है, तो टेम्पररी है ना. लेकिन घर तो कुछ और है. So we're okay with it. As long as there's no mix-up in the 14, 15 realms and the sewer does not go to the top. That's all. Then there is Vicky, that is Shambhavi's older sister or younger sister, the second daughter of S.M. Krishna. S.M. Krishna and Siddharth are supposed to be holed up alive. They are shown my home from a facility underground. This is what it is saying. Siddharth is not yet dead from CCD. Isn't it same to Cyrus Mistry? Cyrus Mistry in Palghar is called dead, but he's actually alive somewhere. His mother and his wife are no more. But that they have 20 shapeshifters for it. On the back of it, they siphon, squeeze the money out, or then screw around with the justice system because his wife is connected with the law and order. The must be the Bombay High Court or the Supreme Court. They're a law firm. So leveraging that in a different manner. Cyrus Mistry has all the money. So leveraging that in a different manner. This is how they've been mixing it up. Vicky is Shambhavi's sister. She's supposed to not be there. Wife of Siddharth CCD. Shamlu married to Kabir Gupta. He has passed away in 2005, they say. She in 2006. Sara never got married to Akhil Gupta ever. He passed away in 1995. She got married to a shapeshifter connected with Rosie Fernandez's network, pretending to be Kabir Gupta, pretending to be Akhil Gupta. So she lost her life in 2005 itself. Which year did she get married to? Which year did she get married to Akhil? I don't know. Did she even get married to Akhil? I don't know. I don't even know whether it was, I think they had a December 2005 wedding. At their wedding, after we went to the Gurdwara and the couple had to come back to RMV, we had a funeral procession passing us. We're taking the newly married bride back to their God's gift home at Raj Mahal Vilas. It's called RMV. It's an extension of Sadashiv Nagar. So when taking the bride in the car to the home, Akhil's home, what is Subhash Gupta's home, passing us is a funeral, and I found that very strange. It's never happened in the past. But since I do a lot of numerology, astrology, omen reading, hand reading, etc., etc., I said this is not a good omen, but God willing everything is good. I'll never forget it. What you were trying to show over there, I'd like to know. This boy, she never married the real Akhil Gupta to start with. She got married to somebody who was a shapeshifter. They got married in which year? 2005 or 2006? They got married in which year? Please check. That girl lost her life pretty soon. Then Kamal Bhavnani and his wife Bhavnani, the couple at Carmichael Road. The mother and the father of Mala Bhavnani married to Nikhil Advani, whose parents are Ramesh Advani and Chitru Advani. The same cheap lot that got rid of Chitru and Ramesh also got rid of their in-laws, Kamal and Kamal's wife. The couple, the young couple, is still okay. But it was a two-way thing. He's okay, but he's not okay. Something of that sort. That's the real Nikhil Advani. He's not Nixie Nikhil. He's not Nixie Nikhil. He is Nikki Advani. He would be a small-built boy, more delicate. He had shapeshifters for him. But he is not aware of the truth of his parents. Now you know. Don't know, but this is what it is. I'm putting the video out. I'm really hoping that proper people read it so that they understand. I still to do the whole Sadrangani. In Sadrangani, it's a different story altogether. There are more people in Sadrangani than in Advani from the looks of it. That's my mother's side of the family. Parpati and Ramchand Sadrangani's family. Not even taking into consideration, this family has a whole lot of Shahanis, Hiranandanis. Those are our cousins. Second cousins. If we get into that, I don't know how many more names will be added to this. You call it nation building? I call you shameless. Lacking competency to actually build anything appropriately. This is a small group connected, very close group. That is the friend circle that I've studied with. I've given these names before also. I will do it again. There is Vidula Chopra in there. There's Sakina Halela over there. Manjari Somani, Zehra Raimtullah, Preeti and Purnima Agarwal, two sisters. Bubna, I don't know her real name. Ashita Daga, Abhay and Uday Agarwal. Ashish Bhatia, Amit Bagri, Amin Gopalani, Neville Dotiwala. Then a girl who got married to Amin Gopalani from a Reheja family. Ashish Jityani, my own Rakhi brother. Burjin Veera, Shalini Lalwani from school, Junaki Nagpal, and of course Shamlu we've already discussed. This is again a small network. तू इसको नेशन बिल्डिंग बुलाता है, घर में घुस के टेररिस्ट को मारेगा. एक चीज हमको बताओ, मंजरी सुमानी एक टेररिस्ट कैसे हो सकती है? विदुला चोपड़ा एक टेररिस्ट कैसे हो सकती है? प्रीति और पूर्णिमा अग्रवाल टेररिस्ट कैसे हो सकते हैं? अशिता धागा, बुबना कैसे बन सकते हैं? उदय अभय अग्रवाल हाउ? आशीष भाटिया हाउ? अमित बागरी हाउ? मिस्टर किरण मर्चेंट हाउ? When we have talked about when we last 2 days have been talking about Kira versus Kiran Merchant, what we got in a tarot read is about somebody who used to eat red meat, but now he's become vegan. But Mr. Kiran Merchant, 3 generations before he has been born, they are vegetarian Gujaratis in South Bombay. He's more of a pain because now he doesn't want to eat garlic and onion. Forget about vegetarian. So he needs everything separately cooked for him. But he cannot, they don't eat non-veg. Forget about red meat. लेकिन red meat जो खाता है, beef, mutton, any red meat. Who eats beef? Beef कौन खाता है? कैथलिक खाता है, नहीं तो मुस्लिम खाता है. हिंदूज कभी टच नहीं करेंगे. तुमने ऐसे कोई शेप शिफ्टर हमारे घर पे भेजा है 2006 या 2000 don't know, 6 maybe, 6, 7, 8 sometime. He was cooking beef in my home. Surely that wasn't a Catholic. Wearing the face of Mr. Kani Advani. But Mr. Kani Advani's mother, Kani Advani himself, what was he doing from 37 to 2006? In 2006, what suddenly went wrong with him? You answer no. तुम जवाब दो. You got wizened up about me being 1973 Jaya Advani, Kani Advani's daughter. After I got my passport, then those bloody shape-shifting, how many of them were there for Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy? Why? Only after I've gone to Bombay, got 4 Jaswal sold, stayed at Ambassador Hotel. Why? Only after I have returned within no time of sending the RC address as required by you. Why is it that Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy's husband got into a fucking accident? He's immobile from his stomach downwards. Why you did that? Now Mrs. Madhav E. Reddy has worked in my home for more than 1 year, at least 14 months. Why is it suddenly, after her husband has got into an accident in 2022 mid, why is it suddenly I see the Kamwali Bai, the very same one mentioned here? Something looking like her. And she's talking about her grandmother's last rites who passed away 5 years ago. But the old woman has worked in my house, no, for 18 years in Bombay for Jaswell. Before that, Mr. Parsaram and Nirmala's home in Sindhu building. That's Chitru auntie's parents. तो ये क्या तुम क्या बात करता है? तुम घर में घुस के किसको मारेगा? तुम्हारे एक्स एम्प्लॉयर्स को या तेरी माँ के एम्प्लॉयर्स को? तू होता कौन है? तू मर्डरर फिर बनता है. There is no governance in you. Your own family, while you are shape-shifting in the film industry, also must be connected with that rubbish and the PM's position in the Indian Parliament. Where is the connect? Your own children are serving at the ISI. I am no bloody spy, Baba. I am from a background who is from a zamindar background, Baba. I am not connected with anything that is government. There is one in-law or two in-laws where, okay, my aunt's children have gotten married to some people connected in governance, but we are not government people. We are anything but government people or spies. वो हमारा काम है ही नहीं बाबा. जमींदार जो है उसको 5-6 साल पहले पता चलता है हिंदुस्तान का कुछ रूमर्स है, तो he's got enough time dividing property amongst his children. वो डिविजन जो होता है वो ओवरनाइट नहीं होता है. when it is 400-600 acres divided, तो 600 acres each sibling gets. My grandfather is one of them. To divide that property, it takes time because there are people working on it. It is rented out to others also. It's not an overnight thing. It takes time. But working it, planning it, being able to move from Hyderabad, Sindh to Bombay 4 years before there was the partition of Hindustan, very much within Hindustan itself, functioning as Hindustan, is how my father's side of the family is. You have spread so many rumors about us. How many people have you murdered stealth mode on the back of your lies? This is only just a small little network of actual family. Those are my school and college friends, most of them. If not mine, my sisters. तो इतने लोगों का एग्जोडिस करके तुमने जो है बोला है कि क्या घर में घुस के मारेंगे. You yourself have gone on a public platform because you can't control yourself. You can't contain the hate you have within you for your own generational problems on the back of your own poor earnings at an atmic level. Why you keep dumping your trash on other people? And if you have bad debts of previous lifetimes, why do you increase it with bad karma? Every time you have told me, I want to take a knife and stab you. I'll get you killed in an accident, give 1 lakh and have you killed. But Narendra Damodar Das Modi's Jashoda Ben, didn't she have an accident? Uska jo bhai hai, didn't he have an accident? So you're the one who does the accident. When so many people can be murdered, then accident करवा के जो भी थॉर्न है तुम्हारे बीच में आ रहा है उसको निकालो. इतने लोग हैं जो थोड़ा पैसा उसके 1 लाख में तू हमको मरवाएगा रस्तों पे एक्सीडेंट करवा के, तो दूसरों का क्यों नहीं करेगा? Okay, so anyway, we're closing this at this. I'm off for lunch. जिनको सुनना है सुनो, जिसका गुड लक है समझने के लिए गुड फॉर यू, नहीं है तो स्क्रू इट. Okay, 13:30 is when we are shutting this. 13:23, Wednesday, 18th of June, 2025. Should we see the view outside? View outside. All right. View inside. Sitting playing stupid bloody sounds of tick 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 under my bloody body is you being stupid. So don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. All right, view inside. So we're shutting it over here and off for lunch. That's where I have my lunch. That's where I eat my lunch. That's when I make my lunch. All right.